Yeah, Bridge Nation, ready my G. It's time for Morning Meds.
Mm-hmm.
And today, we are going meds AI technology in the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in today's digital world, harnessing the power of data can help businesses and their managers make better, more informed, and more impactful decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And with the rise of Roddy's favorite, artificial intelligence or AI technology, the possibilities are endless. Now you have Denartha Analytics Limited, which is the leading provider of secure telecom grade data warehousing solutions. They have partnered with Findability Sciences, which is a global award winning enterprise in AI. And this strategic alliance will bring together the expertise of both companies to deliver cutting edge AI solutions that will empower Caribbean enterprises to make data driven decisions, achieve sustainable growth, and of course, enhance their competitiveness in the global market. So, already, my G, I like how this I go. I like the reasoning. And Bridge Nation, we're going to have a conversation with Ryan Simmons, who's the founder and CEO of Denartha Analytics, and Anand Mahukar, who is a founder and CEO of Findability Sciences.
Gentlemen,
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Thanks for having me.
it's a pleasure.
Thanks for having us.
Our pleasure. Now, I want to start off with Ryan. Ryan, if you can explain to our audience, what is data analytics and why is it so important?
Oh, all right. So thanks again for having us.
Yeah, man.
All right. So every organization, as you go through your daily processes, generating data. So that's facts about the business. So in your case, how many persons are listening to you on a daily basis, a weekly basis, a monthly basis, and all that information is useful, especially for you when you want to talk about your advertising, your ability to build advertising. Analytics is basically pulling all that information together such that you can use it to make better decisions about your organization and help it to grow.
Okay. Now, Mr. Mahukar, I want to bring you in the conversation right away, sir. The buzz around the world is AI, right? Now, Roddy, my co-host Roddy G, he's quite convinced he loves AI. But in your words, Mr. Mahukar, is AI safe? Can we trust AI technology?
Good morning and good morning to your audience. Yes, AI can be trusted. And as Ryan was talking about, analytics is a foundation block for AI. It is typically built on data. And since you asked that why analytics is important is what you can measure, you can control. And what is required in the businesses is measurement and control. So now coming to AI, once you start controlling your business and measuring your business through data, AI can actually give you a lot of insight in terms of what you need to do and how you can grow business, serve your customer better, reduce cost, increase efficiency. So artificial intelligence for B2B businesses or enterprises is very trustable and useful. There are a number of cases where you can get return on investment very ethically, legally, and morally correct way by using artificial intelligence.
You touched the buzzword just now, Sir Mahakar, that ethics, collecting of data ethically, and the use of that data ethically. Consumers are very concerned about who gathers our information, how it is shared, and the ethics behind businesses that employ these technologies. Would you like to speak to us about those? What are the guidelines or the rules in place that govern the use of certain information?
So there is no one specific rule. Basically, every organization, when it comes to use of data and ethics around it, first is if you're collecting consumer data or if you're collecting, for that matter, any data, the data source should be informed. That is first. The second is that typically businesses should use the data which is generated by themselves because we have only impression that we take consumer data, but typically I explain that people or organization generate P2P, people to machine, and machine to machine data. So when it comes to all these three areas, the government rules, the regulations, and every organization's internal governance policies should define what is data which is ethically collected. And yes, there is a lot of data available which organization can use ethically, keeping into the background or the framework of the governance set up by either the country, the global rules, or the state, or even the individual organizations.
All
So
right.
there's something I'd love to add to that.
Sure.
So Alan spoke quite widely about using the data and pulling data from internally the company. For us Caribbean nationals and kind of relating it back to our Jamaican context, we know that the Jamaica Data Protection Act becomes it's effective. It takes effectiveness December 1 of this year, and one of that's actually pretty important because that governs the kind of data that the companies are going to be collecting from you, how they use it, and in what manner they process that data and how they maintain it. And that kind of legislation, I think, is very important in terms because when you talk about data, everybody's concerned about the type of data companies are going to keep for you. So that kind of legislation is very important. And that legislation is far reaching. I mean, almost every Caribbean country now has enacted their own form of Data Protection Act. And certainly there are other standards across Europe and such. So the legislation itself is being put in place to help govern how some of these these data points are being collected, governed, and it's going to be maintained going forward.
Understood. Now, Mr. Simmons, as you rightfully said, you said you're bringing it back to our context so that we can properly understand, and I appreciate that. Now, both your company and Mr. Mahukar's company, you guys are collaborating on, solutions to help create cutting-edge AI technology and technological solutions for the Caribbean. But a key word I saw in the intro was strategic. Is it possible for you to give us some insight into some of the strategies that will help our region? And if you want to start with even Jamaica.
Certainly. So in terms of our Jamaican context, we know that it's often said that we suffer from low productivity, right? And one of the ways that we see data and analytics and our partnership being able to help companies move forward is for them to get a better grasp of the data they're collecting data on a regular basis. So if you're a manufacturing company, for example, the kind of information you have on your machines, or your efficiency of your production process. And when you start collating that data and like layering AI technologies on top of it, we can start providing examples, help you forecast your output, forecast your demand, as far as forecasting when your machine is going to break down. So that kind of strategic impact is what we're looking to provide from our partnership to the wider Jamaica and the Caribbean group.
All right. And so I now turn my attention to even the name of Anand's company, Findability Sciences. How mature would you say is this organization in the field of AI technology? It's been a while that we're hearing these things, and we're now seeing the implementation, the application of these things. How mature is your company in particular, and the field of AI in general? Is it still in its infancy? Are we still learning about this? Or are we so comfortable that we have a good understanding as to what it can do, the fail safes, and the pros and cons of the AI platforms?
So I'll start with Findability Sciences. We are a very matured company. We are in business for about a decade now, 10 plus years. Company name, as you said, is very interesting because it actually started as a data company, like Dan Arthur, and we were doing ability to find information as a technology where organizations need to find, because whenever you are looking for data or information, you never say go and search the information. You say go and find the information. So ability to find information is a very key element for any organization. So we started there about 10 years ago, and then it became a foundation for AI, and we built AI tools onto it. So it's a very matured company as well as technology. Now, coming to general AI, it's ever evolving technology, because AI actually is not new. If you go back into electronics or consumer electronics, your washing machines have AI, your refrigerator has an AI, your car has an AI. So it's more than 3 decades AI is already being used in our day-to-day lives. But what's happening is that the computer scientists or data scientists are ever thinking about going closer to human intelligence. So you must have heard and read about OpenAI. They are talking about developing augmented general intelligence, where a machine can be as good as human. So I would say that for the enterprise AI or businesses, AI is fairly matured, as well as in general, AI is quite evolving. So every day you are going to hear new things. But there are fail-safe models, as you talked about. We serve globally. We work in United States, Japan, India, Middle East. We serve tens and thousands of customers on solutions which are being built for our customers, and they serve in turn to their customers, and they're very, very safe, productive, and useful.
All right.
All right. My question for Ryan is in terms of public awareness when it comes to AI technology, because coming into this conversation, gentlemen, you heard me say, and I know a lot of persons have this mindset. Can we trust it? Do we know enough? In terms of public awareness, public education, is there any plan for both companies, to have a discussion with the public, and how can the public, get involved?
Certainly. So our rollout and speaking more about our partnership, we'll speak more about AI and its application in the wider context. I know a lot of persons like yourself, you say you have concerns about AI and its application, and we'll touch on those things as we speak more in the public space. When you think about, the concerns have been raised a lot about displacement for jobs, which is all valid concerns, and also other on data security. But the way I like to look at it is that the marketplace is changing, the world is changing, and just as how as a carpenter has a hammer and uses a hammer, so too we need to get a grasp of AI and AI tools, such that we can master it and use it to really increase our competitiveness globally.
You've mentioned, Ryan, manufacturing as a key example of where this could be implemented. What other industries or sectors of the society you see as a primary focus for the immediate implementation of AI solutions?
Other key areas, first one that comes to mind is financial services. So, if you think about like banks, credit unions, and using AI to analyze fraud detection, analyze transaction patterns, so you can flag unusual activities on member accounts or even transaction within the business. Other means of fraud detection and risk prevention. For our context, hospitality and tourism, think about it. Every time somebody leaves your premises, they leave feedback, either positive or negative, and could be using AI technologies to assess that pretext and pick up what it is that they enjoyed or did not enjoy, such that we can then improve our process and improve the experience for the next person who is to come. And agriculture is also very big for our Jamaican marketplace. And so I know the space that AI has been used a lot for agriculture is analyzing the soil and weather data, and analyzing the output, and helping them basically find patterns that we can then use to improve our yield for our farmers. I know also in some other territories, some other countries, it has been used with computer vision to do the selection of which of the products actually go out to market. So you remove which ones are bad, so you don't actually put those in the set going out to be sold.
Awesome.
All right, gentlemen, before you go, any parting words? And in those parting words, can you leave any contact information for the Bridge Nation, whether it be social media pages, websites, any way that we can continue to monitor the progress of both companies?
I'll go first.
Yeah, so first of all, as you said, that this is a very strategic alliance for Jamaica and Caribbean. So we are very excited to be part of the Caribbean progress using AI and improving efficiencies and productivities into every organization. And we're very excited to be partner with a local company, Dan Arthur, which provides very good data solutions. And now combined with AI, Caribbean can have a global solution available at their doorsteps.
From my takeaway is that we in the Caribbean marketplace, we need to be looking at using these tools. We've been afraid of it. But just as my example I use with the carpenter and his hammer, we need to really become a master of these tools, right? We need to embrace it, understand it, use it as best as possible in our daily life, such that we can improve our own processes, improve our how we can compete globally. If you think we're very pragmatic about it, very practical about it, the world will continue to use it, so we either have to embrace it and help to push ourselves forward, or we're going to get left behind. Yeah.
AI technology in the Caribbean, Bridge Nation. That was a conversation with Ryan Simmons, founder and CEO of Dan Arthur Analytics, and Anand Mahukar, who is founder and CEO of Findability Sciences. Thank you, gentlemen, and have a good morning.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
Give thanks.
Shells AI, the way of the future, working smarter, not harder.
True. And I like what Mr. Mahukar said in terms of AI. It been there about long time.
Yeah,
we just
we
never.
just not call it AI
Yeah.
because him gonna try to trick my brain and tell me say my car ECU or AI. No, that a chips and circuit. Chat GPT I want whole different something.
Yeah.
You understand? If chat did in my car, chat I go say Roddy. The police them normally they round the so it I go cut my speed and make me know say
There's an app for that now.
there's an app for that.
I'm gonna tell you about it off here. I'm not gonna load it up.
Alright. 2 minutes after 9 o'clock. Let's go to the Harry Dread to hear from more bridge builders. Soon forward.
The Bridge 99 FM.